Hello, this is LdyPanaz, and welcome back to Project Aura. So, I did something new. I looked at the last 10 minutes of my video from last week to figure out what I was doing, and I realized I made a mistake. My ship is bringing in seaweed. That's what I need. I have no idea. It must have been 4 o'clock in the morning or something. So I have no idea where my brain was. So yeah, so this is doing what it's supposed to do on the seaweed extraction one here. So yeah, did I have people die last week? I don't remember. Yeah, I did. So I have to replace a director. Hold on, let's see. Boop ba doop boo. A director and a recycler. And that's it. So far. So far. So, let's see, that should open up the seaweed one. Yep, seaweed brings in 300 seaweed. See, I know I didn't mess up. I'm telling you. Doing 3 o'clock in the morning, 4 o'clock in the morning episodes is for the birds. But I have plenty of food, plenty of water, decent amount of money. Not nearly as good as I would like it. I know that we were working on what I need, director and recycler. Yeah, either one. I'll wait for that farmer to come back. I know we were working on getting, well, I figured out all this, the blueprints and all that stuff. So I knew we were working on that, but we were working on making the memory devices. That's what they're called, memory devices. I keep calling them music discs because they kind of remind me of the old iPhone. I mean, minus that, or a turntable, which was also, but it reminds me more of music and less of memory. So, how are we doing this? Over here, recycling plastics, which I can't do until I get a director. So I was working on that, and then disassemble e-waste down into those, and then I get that. So the e-waste, what I'm waiting on, get 10. Okay. So I mean, let's see, it was programmer, really? Let's get a director so that I can at least get that done. No, that's not what I want. Really? I love the big screen, but I don't like the fact that I can't get anything else. You know what I mean? That it's hidden behind the big screen. Like maybe if it was I don't know, like a little button that I could just click, like right here, and then I wouldn't have to worry about it so much. Okay, breaks that down into the plastic compost, which I don't think is what I need, or is it? Nope, that's something completely different, which I will need eventually at some point. To start building the other stuff that I need. So let's see. I know that we were working before we were working on batteries or metal. We were trying to get some sort of metal so that we could, I think, so that we could build a health place, which is this, the care center, because I want to build the two side by side, but we have nowhere near the money that we need. Reason why I want to build them side by side is for research purposes, so I can get the medications that my people need. Of course not. Versatile technician. I needed technicians like crazy before, but now I need a recycler. So let's get rid of an operator. No. Scientist. Versatile. Let's get rid of a versatile and turn it into a recycler. So I did have a funny story to share with you guys. Hold on. Itchy ear. Some of you know my dog. Well, you don't know, but you know of my dog, who I picked up from the pound a while ago, almost a year ago now. And when I got her from the pound, my husband was not happy. But, you know, he let me keep the dog because she was a pound rescue and she's such a good dog. Well, I think I've said before that she likes to hunt. I don't hunt, and there's nothing wrong with hunting if that's your thing. I'm a firm believer, if you kill it, you should eat it. So I have a lot of friends that hunt, and they have the same mindset. Mindset? Mindset. If they kill it, they eat it. Well, anyways, she doesn't actually catch anything. She goes after squirrels and birds and cockroaches, which where I live, I'm being told that they aren't cockroaches, they're water bugs. No, these motherfuckers look like, oh, excuse my French. You can see I'm slipping. These things, they look like cockroaches. Great big cockroaches. No lie, like bigger than my thumb. So I go to utilize the latrine last night. No big deal. Everybody does it. Oh, look, a recycler. So I'm in the middle of doing my thing. Not even in the middle. I sit down. Boom. Cockroach comes out of nowhere. Boom. I freak out. I start calling my dog. Well, apparently my bathroom, what the realtor did not tell me was that my bathroom is a sucking void for sound. Meaning that when you're in the bathroom, no one can hear you scream, including a dog. So I'm in the bathroom calling my dog, stuck on the toilet because this thing is circling the door, trying to keep me in the bathroom. I get up my strength, my bravery, pull on my big girl panties, and I jump. Jump over the cockroach to land in the hallway. Well, the cockroach turns and aims for me. As I fly overhead, it charged at me. I scream, hit my closet door full force. Okay, I didn't scream, I eat. I don't scream, I eat. My dog recognizes my eep as a call of something is coming after me, you must kill it, and comes charging down the hall. Now I have two dogs. One that's both my dogs are pretty intelligent. One that gets so excited that his brain falls out, and then I have her, who all I have to do is say the word no, and she doesn't do it again. Never had a problem with her doing the same thing twice. Him, he will literally stare at you, wait for you to leave before he starts whatever it is you're yelling at him for. Smart dog, right? Right. Well, she's the one that likes to hunt, and he just always thinks that whatever she's into is awesome and must be food. Okay? My male dog is very food driven. Crazy puppy. I haven't even really done anything. I've been telling you a story. What am I doing? Now you're all like, finish the story, you're stuck in the hallway screaming for the dog. Okay, So I scream for the dog. Well, I don't even scream for the dog. I eep. Dog comes in. As she comes tearing into my room, I scream, bathroom. My dog goes full tilt to the bathroom. She's got her ears up. She's all perked up and ready. Cockroach moves. She goes after it. Hides behind the toilet. My dog, in hunt mode, is a destructive dog. She will take out everything and anything that she can. If she can't do it, the puppy can. Okay? 60-pound dog, head of brick. He will take out a full-grown person if he thinks he can catch whatever it is she wants. So they catch it. She catches it. She brings it into my room on a specific patch of my rug, lays it down. She likes to do the thing where she rubs it on her chin like a cat, which I have now at this point started not yelling at her, but asking kind of hysterically, why don't you just eat it like a normal dog? Why you got to play with your food? Well, she loses it usually when she does this. Well, I have a blanket on the floor for my dog to sleep on because for some reason she doesn't like to sleep on the bed. Maybe because I move a lot. Whatever. Wow, if I had plans, this story would be awesome. Let's see. How much is this going to cost? So, like I said, she loses this thing. Oh, that's right. We have to do beta prefab. Let's work on beta prefab. I go to help her because, well, she has this thing cornered. Well, not cornered. She has this thing lost on her blanket. So, I go to help her find out where it is. Well, when I shake the blanket, dumbass me. Oh, okay, good. It lands on my foot, like on my leg, and scurries. So, of course, I make the screaming sound of distress again. My dog catches it. And then she just rubs it and crushes it to death under her big head. Great. So I need beta polymer. How do I get beta polymer? Beta plastic flakes. How do I get beta plastic flakes? Beta plastic compost. So is this something that I can just get from an alpha ship? No. Plastic sorting. Oh, I can get it from plastic compost through the plastic factory through plastic sorting. So that's what I'm going to do. Let's see if I can get beta plastic factory. Okay. So anyways. Okay, that's what I need. I have to pick up the cockroach with a paper towel because my husband is passed out. Ooh. Oh. Alright. I'm gonna have to pause this. So, I'll be back. Oh, Lord. This is LdyPanaz. So I thought I paused my game while I ran out real quick because my buddy found a ghastly on the pokey radar stuff and things. Well, no, I didn't pause the game. So I have 5,000 plastic. And let's see, how's my food doing? 23 days. Wow. Wow. So, yeah, it's been running this whole time. And doesn't look like anybody died, though. So that's good news. Close. Sheesh. Woo! I looked through. I was like, oh no, somebody must have died. Nope, 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 nope. I just got the notification that things were done and stuff, and whew, we were working on the plastics factory before I was so rudely distracted. And I did catch my ghastly, by the way, in case you were wondering. Okay, so we were working on that, which is that, but I needed to find out. See, I wish instead of said template 0, template 1, it would say what it is, you know? Like plastic sorting, plastic melting, whatever it is. Ooh, I needed that. Okay. Plastic. Required mat. Boom. So it's plastic sorting module. See the pretty picture? Plastic sorting. Now, let us see if... Do we have plastic sorting? Under tech. No. Which tech is this? It is orange, which is this one. So, let's close all of this, because apparently I've made a few while I was gone. And let's see. It says Control, right click. Ha! Look at us doing things and stuff! Plastic sorting! And that's what I needed. Boom. Yes. Thank you. Okay. Now we can build this. Make sure that it looks like awesome. Can we fit you? Oh, yes. Oh, I don't have the materials. Hold on. Let's try that again. Oh, we had enough money. I love when... What do you mean the building needs a portal? What do you mean the building needs a portal? Did I accidentally take away the portal? No, that's not what I wanted. That's the portal. Yep, I must have right there. There we go. Take that. Playing too many games, I've got to get used to what one does what. Booyakasha! Oh, not enough energy. Oh yeah. Okay, let's see. On this one? Nope. On that one? No. So what do I need? Let's see. Can I sneak it in there? Try that again. Hold on. See, can I sneak it in there? When everything's green? See, okay. There we go. Everything's green. Sneak it in. Got it. Okay, so one of the things we're going to have to work on most definitely is power. There we go. Now what else do I need? I need building maintenance and a director. Big surprise. Let's see. So anyways, as I was telling the story of my crazy dog, I know all of you were riveted to your seat, wondering what's going to happen next. Hold on, let me remember what I need is. Under tech, building maintenance. Wow. It's like several hours later, a few hours later. I was running out of Pokeballs, to be honest. So now I need a heavy operator, a technician, and a director. So I was on the part where the cockroach like landed on me. No, with the tissue. Okay, so I have to pick the cockroach up by myself because my husband's sleeping. I'm like, oh god. So I go grab some paper towels, bundle them up, grab it, go to throw it in the toilet because you don't ever just throw it in the trash because God forbid it should come alive and sneak up on you while you're sleeping. So it sticks to the toilet paper. I start right trying to get it off the toilet paper. Finally falls in the toilet, flush the toilet, it's gone. I know you're all going to be like, oh, you shouldn't have done that. It's just not good. It's a bug. It doesn't deserve to be anywhere near where I am. So, then after all that, I lay down to go to sleep as best I can. I'm freaking out kind of because, there's a cockroach. It was right there. Well, as I'm laying down, there's suddenly a head at the foot of my bed. I eep again because I don't know what it is. It's my dumb dog putting his head on my bed just staring at me while I'm sleeping because, that's not creepy. So here comes my other dog, full tilt down the hall because I eeped again. I'm like, no, it was Dummy. Dummy did it this time. You're fine. She kind of looks disappointed, but she walks away. So I have two dogs. One, dumb. Dumb, but adorable. Wouldn't get rid of him to save the world. He's my baby. He is my big dumb baby. And yes, if I call him Big Dumb Baby, he knows I'm talking about him. So I would never get rid of him. Have I thought about it? Once in a while. And if I do get rid of him, I know somebody that'll be perfect to take him, that can handle him, because he has like a aggression towards other dogs. Now, it's not something. When I got him, he was roughly about 6-7 months old already. And the people that I got him from, they did not know how to take care of a puppy. Okay. Oop. Stop making noises. Is it control click? No. Control right click? No. Shift click? Ah, shift click will split the item. And as we know, we do that. And then I never remember what it is. Is it shift right click? There we go, shift right click. Where he came from, he was one of 10 dogs. He was a sweet, sweet puppy. And the way they fed him was they just took dog food and threw it. And pretty much said, whoever gets to eat is the one who's the strongest. So when he first came to us, he had major food aggression. Not so much towards people, but definitely food aggression towards other dogs. And I already had my princess dog. So, but she had a litter of puppies before I got her. And so she handled it pretty much like, what are you doing? Why are you growling at me? And she gave him his space that he needed, but she pretty much was like, yeah, dude, you got to get over this. So now there's not as much food aggression when it comes to at least my princess dog. Like, I can say their names, and he won't try and steal her food. If I say her name, it's her food. If I don't say her name, it's a free-for-all, and they don't fight like they used to. He doesn't try and just eat everything before it disappears. He's starting to learn that his food will be there and he can graze. So, yeah. But, anyways, this is LdyPanaz saying thank you for joining me. I hope you enjoyed Project Aura. I got so into my story, the only thing we got done was this. So next week we're going to have to work on heavy metal, maybe? Or plastic to get it to the next point that I need for the beta plastic compost. So, yeah, that's what we'll work on next week. And don't forget to like, subscribe, comment down below. And I really do appreciate you guys' comments. I've been reading them and answering them. So, small and sweet. That's how it's supposed to be, right? And as always, let your geek flag fly. I'll see you next week. Bye.